שחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה, שחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה, שחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה, רבה אמונתך. Morning blessings, page 73. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, אשר נתן לשכבי בינה להבחין בין יום ובין לילה. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, שעשני בצלמו. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, שעשני ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, שעשני בן חורין. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, פוקח עברים. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, מלביש ערומים. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, מתיר אסורים. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, זוקף כהופים. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, קראת למים. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, שעשה לי כל צרכי. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, המכין מצרי גבר. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, עוזר ישראל בגבורה. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, עטר ישראל בתפארה. ברוך אתה אדוני למחלם, הנותן לי אויב כוח. ונהנה היום בכל יום, לכן חסד ברכה בעיניך ובעיניך רואינו, ותקבל חסדים טובים, ברוך אתה אדוני, גומל חסדים טובים לעמו ישראל. יהי רצון לפניך אדוני אלוהי ואלוהי אבותיי. ריבון כל העמים. אשרי מה טוב חלקנו, מה נעים גורלנו, מה יפה רשתנו, אשרי שאנחנו משכימים מריבים, ערב ובוקר ואומרים פעמיים בכל יום, שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. קדש את שמך מקדשי שמך, וקדש את שמך בעלמך, ושכת תרים ותביע קרננו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש את שמך ברבים. Reading from the Eitz Chaim Chumash, a commentary on the Torah portion that we're going to be reading later today, Bahar, about the Shemitah, the sabbatical year. This is the commentary directly in the Chumash from contemporary Rabbi Harold Kushner. Just as Mount Sinai was the smallest of mountains, but the words spoken there changed the world, so the people Israel, among the smallest of the nations, present a vision of social justice that has the power to change the world. Page 84. יהי רצון בפניך אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו שתיתן חלקנו בתורתך ונהיה מתלמידיו של אהרון הכהן, אוהב שלום ורב שלום, אוהב את הבריות ומקורבן לתורה. Page 87, Psalm 92. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, אז מלך שמך העליון. Tzadik ata hamar yifrach, ka'eres bavanon yizke shetulim beveit Adonai tzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun beseva deshenim veradanim yehu lehagid ki yashar Adonai tori velo avlatabo. Page 95. Mizmor Shir Chanukat Habayit LeDavid. Man yisavech chavav lo yidam, Adonai Elohai le'olam odeka. Baruch Shemar blesses the one who spoke. It's on page 99. Baruch Shemar v'hayaolam. Baruch Oseh v'Reishit.
Baruch Omer v'Yosef.
Baruch Gozer u'Mekayem.
Baruch Merachem al haaretz.
Baruch Merachem al habriot.
Baruch Meshalem Sachar Tov l'Real.
Baruch Chai la'ad v'kayam l'netzach. Baruch Kodeh Matzil. Baruch Shemao. Baruch Adonai l'Mechalam ha'elam. Yachid Chelamim, Melech Meshubach v'Yodei et Shmo HaGadol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Melech Mehulal v'Tishbachot.
Amen.
Page 134, Psalm 150. Hallelujah, 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 el bekodsho. Hallelujah, hallelujah, berkiya uzo. Hallelujah, hallelujah, bigvurotav. Hallelujah, hallelujah, kerov gulo. Hallelujah, hallelujah, beteka shofar. Hallelujah, hallelujah, benevel vechinor. Hallelujah, hallelujah, betov umachol. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, b'minim be'ugav. Hallelujah, hallelujah, b'tziltzalei shama. Hallelujah, hallelujah, b'tziltzalei teruah. O kol anshama tehallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, kol anshama tehallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Page 143. Nishmat kol chai tevarech et shimcha. Yidmei lach umi yishvei lach umi yaroch lach Hayel HaGadol Yitbarach El Elyon Kol Nishamayim Va'aretz Nehalelcha Unshpechacha Neferech et Shem Kodshecha Kamor Ledavid Baruch Nefshi et Adonai V'chol Kravai et Shem Kodsho Hayel B'tatzimot Uzecha HaGadol B'kvod Shemecha HaGibor Lenetzach V'Norotecha HaMelech HaYoshev Al Kisei Ram V'Nisa. Page 149, Shochein Ad, the beginning of the Shacharit portion of the service. Shochein Ad Marom V'Kadosh Shemo V'Chatuv Rananu Tzadikim Baronai V'Yesharim Nava Tehila V'Fi Yesharim Titpalal Uv'Divrei Tzadikim Titbarach Uv'Ishon Chasidim Titromam Uv'Kerev Kedoshim Titkadash Uv'makalot rivevot amcha beit Yisrael. V'mini par shimcha v'kenu b'chol dor v'ador. Sheken chovar kol yitzurim lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu v'levotenu. Lehodot, lehalel, leshabeach, lefaher, leromem, lehater, levarech, le'aleh u'kales, al kol divrei shirot v'tishbachot. David ben Yishai avdecha meshichecha. Yishtabach Shimcha Le'ad Malkeinu Ha'el HaMelech HaGadol V'Garash Shamayim V'Aretz Ki Lachaneh Adonai Eloheinu V'Levotenu Shiru Shvacha Lev V'Zimra Ozim Memshala Netzach Gedula Ugvura Tehila V'Tiferet Kedusha U'Malchut V'Rachot V'Hodaot Me'ata V'Ad Olam Baruch Ata Adonai, El Melech Gadol Batishbachot, El Odot, Adon Aniflot, Abocher B'Shirei Zimra, Melech Elchei HaOlamim. We skip Chatzi Kadashim Baruch Hu without the presence of a physical minyan, page 153. Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu Melech Haolam, Yotzer Or Uvarei Choshech, Oseh Shalom Uvarei Et HaKol, HaKol Yoducha VeHaKol Yishapucha, HaKol Yoducha Adonai. Ein ke'erkecha ve'ein zulatecha, efes biltecha u'mido melach. Ein ke'erkecha ve'ein zulatecha, efes biltecha u'mido melach. Ein ke'erkecha Adonai Elohim olam hazeh, ve'ein zulatecha malkei v'chayei olam haba. Efes biltecha go'aleinu limod HaMashiach. Indo Melech HaMoshiach Letchiat Amen. Page 155, El Adon. I'm going to do it to the tune of Anim Zmi wrote instead, just for a change. And when I did this last time, I mentioned one of our members who was bar mitzvah here, Greg Korn, and he loves Anim Zmi wrote, does a great job. This tune I'm doing for him. I also want to, this is a little, it was very off topic, but he has a great Instagram thing going called Quarantinis, and or Quarantine, and it's a class in making cocktails actually, and it's I personally don't drink that kind of liquor, but he makes it, he's really animated, he makes it sound fantastic. So in honor of you, Greg, and what you're doing to help people get through the quarantine, or quarantine as you put it. El Adon al kol hamasim, Baruch u'mvorach b'fi kol nishama, Godlo v'tuvo malei olam, Da'at u'tmuna sovevim oto, Hamika'eh al chayot ha'kodesh v'nedar v'chavod al ha'merkava, Zechut u'mishor lifnei chiso, Chesed v'rachamim lifnei chevodot, tovim me'orot, Shebara Eloheinu yitzaram b'da'at b'vina u'vazkel, koach u'gvura natan bahem, liot moshlim b'kerev tevel, meleim ziv umfikim noga, na'ezivam b'chol ha'olam, semechim b'tzeitam v'sasim b'voam, osim be'ema retzon konam be'er v'chavod, notnim lishmot zola v'rina l'zecher malchuto, Kara l'shemesh v'yizrachor, ra'a v'hitkin surat halvana, shevach notnim lo, kol tzeva marom, tiferet ugedula, serafim ve'ofanim v'chayot ha'kodesh, el asher shavat mikol ha'ma'asim. Amore or shasita yafaru chasela, tiparach tzurenu malkeinu v'go aleinu borei kiroshim, yishtabach shimcha le'ad malkeinu. Page 159 in Shirat Avraham. V'chulam pochim et pihem b'kedusha Torah, v'shira u'v'zimra, mevarchim u'meshabechim, Mfarim u'maritzim u'makdishim u'mamlechim, et Shem ha'el ha'melech ha'gadol ha'gibor v'ha'nora kadoshu. V'chulam mekablim alehem omachut shemayim ze mizeh, v'notnim reshut ze lazeh, le'akdish v'notzram b'nachat ruach, b'sachar v'ra u'v'nima, kidusha kulam ke'echad, onim v'omrim b'yirah. Kadosh, 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 Adonai tziva'ot, b'chol haaretz kevodo. ואופנים ואחרי קודש ברש גדול מנסים ומצרפים למתם משבחים ואומרים ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו אל ברוך ניבות ייתנו. אור חדש חדש של ציון תאיר, אור חדש של ציון תאיר, ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו, מהרה לאורו. ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר המאורות. Page 163. Ava Rabba Avtanu Adonai Eloheinu Chemla Gedola V'Tera Chamalta Aleinu Avinu Malkeinu Ba'avur Avotenu Shebarchu Lecha Avinu Malkeinu V'atulamdim chukei chayim Ken techonenu lamdenu Avinu avarachaman Amrachem rachem aleinu V'ten b'libeinu lehavinu haskir lishmo alilmo Ulelamed lishmor velasod Ukayem et kol divrei Talmud Toratecha be'ahava Ve'ha'er enenu be'toratecha Ve'davek libeinu b'mitzvotecha Ve'yached levadeinu le'ahava U'yira et shemecha Ve'lo nevosh Me'olam va'ed Ve'lo nevosh Me'olam va'ed Ki v'shem Ochecha Agadol v'hanara b'hataknu Nagila v'nismecha v'ishuatecha Ve'avienu l'shalom me'arba kanfot haaretz Ve'tolichenu kol memiut le'artzenu Ki el poel yeshuot ata uvanu acharta mikolam velashon Ve'keravtanu leshimcha hagadol sela be'emet lehodot lecha uliachedcha be'ahava Baruch atah Adonai abocher b'mo Yisrael be'ahava El melech ne'eman Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha V'chol levavecha Uv'chol nafshecha Uv'chol meodecha Ve'hayu advarim ha'eleh Asher anochi v'tzavecha Hayom alevavecha V'shinantam levanecha V'dibarta b'ham V'shivtecha b'veitecha Uv'lechtecha v'derech Uv'shokbecha uv'kumecha Ukshartam leot al yadecha Ve'hayu letodafo b'neinecha Ukravtam Al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Continue silently 166, rather 167 through 169. L'man tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'tem kedoshim lohechem, ani אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת. אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת. לדור ודור קיים ושמו קיים, וכיסו נכון ומלכותו ורמתו ליד קיימת, ודבריו חיים וקיימים. אמת שאתה אדוני אלוהינו ולאבותינו מלכינו מלך אבותינו, גואלנו גואל אבותינו, ירצנו צור ישועתנו, ותנו לעצמנו מעולם שמך, אין אלוהים זולתך, עזרת אבותינו, אתה הוא מעולם. הוא בישון ואתו. תהילה לעליון ברוך ומבורך, משה ונשר חנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. שירה חדשה, שיבחו גאולים לשמך על שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו המליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ובטחנו ממך יהודה וישראל. גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. Silent Amidah, pages 175 to 192. עושה שלום, שלום במרביו, הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום, שלום shalom bimramav, hu yaseh shalom. All right, we are about to begin the Torah service. A few words of introduction. Once again, I want to remind us that today would have been Kita Vav Shabbat. The 6th grade worked very hard to prepare to lead the Torah service and the Musaf service today. It's a fabulous class full of hard workers, great singers. They really know their stuff. They've done a great job this year under learning from Mark Fickus on the Hebrew portion and the Jewish Studies portion with Rabbi Carol Kane and Lisa Fernandez. And they prepared some statements about the Parsha, which I will weave into my sermon later. Also want to point out that one of them, Maya Engel, had a birthday today. So Yom Huledet Sameach to Maya. Now, the Torah portion, or portions that we're going to read, are Bahar and Bechukotai. This is a double portion. And because of the way the conservative movement in Judaism reads the triennial cycle, we don't do a third of each portion each year. This year we're doing all the first thirds. We would only be reading Bahar, which is about the sabbatical year. Bahar referring to Mount Sinai, and that these laws come from Mount Sinai as well, even the ones that seemingly are odd, like these sabbatical year ones, the Shemitah. But we're also going to be reading, and by we, I mean Susan Simon, she's going to be reading a little bit of the second portion, Bechukotai, as well, and she's going to explain why she actually is doing that. It has to do with her getting to the entire Torah. But in any case, so Bahar and Bechukotai, she's going to lead the Torah service. She's going to read the Torah. If you happen to have a Chumash, we're talking about page 738. If you have any sort of Bible, it is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 1.
Thank you, Rabbi. I was hoping to get away without talking about this, but I guess I can't. So I have this goal of reading the entire Torah over the course of my lifetime here at Temple Beth Abraham. And I probably can't live long enough to do it, but I keep trying. So I needed this little section of Bechukotai, so I asked the rabbi if I could read that too. So there's your explanation. We're on page 195. I hope you're singing with me. Ein Kamocha. Ein Kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, v'ein k'maasecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch le'olam v'ed, Adonai oz li'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom, av ha'rachamim etiva v'irtzoncha et Zion. Tivneh chomot Yerushalayim, Tivneh chomot Yerushalayim, Ki v'cha levad batachnu, melech el ram v'nisa, Adon olamim. And we'll imagine the ark getting opened. Vayhi bin Saharon, Vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, V'yafutzu oivecha, V'yanusu misanecha, mipanecha. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, udvar Adonai miYerushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, li'amo Yisrael, bigdu Vilishme Kadisha Yakira Ana Emar Tushpechan Yehi Rava Kodama Detiftach Libi Vioraita Vitashlin Mishalin Delibi Viliba Dechol Amach Yisrael Letavu Lechain Velishlam Amen. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Gadlu Adonai iti, Udiromima Shemo Yachtav. Lecha Adonai Hagedula Ve'agivura Ve'atiferet Ve'hanetzach Ve'hahod Ki chol b'shamayim v'aretz Ki chol b'shamayim u'v'aretz Lecha Adonai hamamlecha Ve'hamidnaseh Lechol l'rosh. All right. There we go. All right, talking about Bahar Sinai, the mountain of Sinai.
Leviticus chapter 25.
Leviticus chapter 25, in case you can't hear the rabbi. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe Behar Sinai lemor Daber el Bnei Yisrael v'yamartai lehem Ki tavo el haaretz asher ani noten lachem V'shavta haaretz Shabbat l'Adonai Sheish shanim tizra sadecha V'sheish shanim tizmor karmecha V'yasavta et tevuata. And rolling a couple of columns. Im bechukotai telechu, v'et mitzvotai tishmoru, v'yasitem otam, v'natati gishmechem b'itam, v'natana ha'aretz yivula, Ve'etz hasadeh yitin piryo, ve'yisig lachem daish et batzir, uvatzir yasig et zara, ve'achaltem lachmechem lasova, v'shavtem levetach ba'artzechem, ve'natati shalom ba'aretz, ushchavtem ve'ein macharid, ve'hishpati chaya ra'a min ha'aretz, ve'cherev lo tavor ba'artzechem, ordavtem et oivechem, ve'nafalu lifnechem lecharev, ve'radfu mikem chamisha me'ah, Umea mikem rivava yirdofu v'nafalu oyavechem livnechem lecharev ufaniti alechem v'hifreti etchem v'hirbeti etchem v'hakimoti et briti itchem. And if we were actually going to read the maftir from Bechukotai, which we are not doing, we would say chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek, because it is actually the end of the book of Leviticus. We start with Bamidbar next week. And I will add that really bummed that Kitov students aren't here. They mastered a huge amount of the material for this year. Some of them even went beyond. And so it's a shame they don't get to show off, but you'll all have to just come to their B'nai Mitzvah ceremonies. Rabbi Mishaberachs?
After you sing it off.
Okay. The Haftarah today comes from Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19. I'll do about 9 verses of this. Vadonai uzi umauzi ubdusi biyom tzara elecha goyim yavo me'avsei haaretz vayamru ach sheker nachalu avotenu chevel in bamoil hayaselo adam Elohim Vehemalo Elohim Lachen hineni modiam Bapam hazot Odiem et yadi Viet kavurati Viadu Kishmi Adonai Chatat Yehuda Ketuva Beit Barzel Betziporen Shamir Charusha Aluach Libam Ol Karnot Mizbechotechem Kizkor B'nehem Mizbechotam Vashrem Al Eitz Ra'anan Al Geva'ot HaGevot Harari Basadeh Chelacha Chol Otzrotecha Lavaz Etem Bamotecha Bechatat Bechol Gvulecha Veshamatata Uvecha Minachalatecha Asher Natati Lach V'ha'avanticha et oivecha Va'aretz asher lo yadata Ki esh Kerachtem be'api Ad olam tukad Ko amar Adonai Aror ha'gever Asher yiftach badam V'sam basar zro Umin Adonai Yasur libo. It's actually one of my favorite haftarot because it has the Baruch HaGever part of the Mincha service that I love to sing, that I learned at Camp Ramah. And next year, this will be Ezra Graham's bar mitzvah. So he's just got started. So there you go, Ezra. Hope you're watching. Sorry, I'm just so...
Yeah, I'm going to finish the Torah service now, put away, then I'll do Yishigraf.
Okay, how about if today, instead of doing Lecha, why don't we do Mizmor LeDavid?
Sure.
We haven't done that in ages. Maybe next week we'll actually do Ashrei. Mizmor LeDavid, Havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, Havu l'Adonai vos. Havu l'Adonai kivod shemo. Ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh. Kol Adonai alamayim el hakavod hir'im. Adonai alamayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach. Kol Adonai behadar. Kol Adonai shover harazim. Vayishaber Adonai et arzei halvanon. Vayarkidem kemo egel. Levanon v'siryon kemo v'nreimim. Kol Adonai chotzev lavodesh. Kol Adonai yachil midbar. Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh. Kol Adonai yachol el ayalub. Vayechasof yarod uvhechalo kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamabul yashav vayeshev Adonai melech leolam. Adonai os li'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
Eitz chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar deracheha darkei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Kadesh Kadesh Yameinu, Kadesh Yameinu Kekedem. Amen. So we go a little bit out of order in order for Susan and I to maintain social distancing, so I have her finish the Torah service rather than doing some of the things that are technically in the Torah service. I do them after. And one of those is the Misha Berach blessing. But I also want to point out that this Haftarah, the last part of it, from Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 14, contains a passage about healing that actually makes its way into the daily Amidah for healing. Rifa'eni Hashem ve'rapeh hoshienu va'ivash she'a ki tehilati ata. Heal me, O God, and let me be healed. Save me and let me be saved, for you are my glory. And Debbie Friedman has a version of that. It goes something like this. Refaini ve'adonai ve'rapeh hoshieni ve'ivashea ki tehilati ata refuah shlema l'chol makoteinu. And so she has this whole album about healing, and that is one of the centerpieces of it. The other is the better-known version of Misha Berach, which I will do now, or at least after reading the names of those in our community and outside, friends of our community who are ill. Thinking especially today of Scott Lawrence, Shoshana bat Shulamit Leah, Dahlia bat Razel, Hazan Shlom Natan ben Nechama, Sima Sarah bat Mariam Chana, Charles Sims, Barbara Rose, Dorothy Hoffman Carlton, Esther bat Haika, Rivka Bluma bat Chava, Tovit bat Sarah, Yehudit bat Shulmi, Tzvi ben Fegela, Amir ben Zila, Linda Doan, Chana bat Zerel, Moshe ben Shlomo HaKohen Vabela, Simcha Simantov, Yitzchak ben Rachel, Etel Tova bat Sima, Lou Burl, Dvorah bat Avraham Vasara, Abby Faber, Zachari ben Devorah, Yehoshua ben Shoshana, Chana Rivka bat Tova Leah, Marian Marks, Yechiel ben Aliza, and Pastor Karen Stepka. If you have any other names, go ahead and say them out loud at this time.
Zalman Leib ben Brana.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And may we continue to be with these people in their time of need. Additional prayer for our country, and then in English, for the state of Israel in Hebrew. Our God and God of our ancestors, we ask you to bless our country, its government, its leaders, its citizens, its land. We offer a prayer of gratitude for the precious gift of living in a land blessed with sublime physical beauty, individual freedom, economic abundance, although not seemingly right now, and a rich, magnificent history. We offer a prayer of thanksgiving for those who came before us, those whose sacrifices created a strong and vibrant nation. We acknowledge that there are those, many, in our country who are suffering. We offer a prayer of hope for those whose cups are empty, for those whose freedoms have been curtailed, and for those who have not been able to share fully in all our country's blessing. We offer a prayer of support to the leaders of our government, understanding that leading a nation with such diversity and freedom is a difficult and daunting task. We offer a prayer of action to the citizens of our nation, that we may understand our obligation, even in these dark times, to be involved in making our country a better place for all who live here. Our God and God of our ancestors, we ask you to bless our country, its leaders, its citizens, and its land. And let us say, Amen. Avinu Shabashamayim, Tzor Yisrael v'Goalo, Barech et Midnat Yisrael, Reshit Tzmichat Gulatenu, Hagen alea bevrat chastecha, Ufros alea sukat shlomecha, Ushlach orcha v'yamitcha l'rashea sarea, v'yotzea v'taknem be'etza tova milfanecha, Chazek et yidei mignei eretz kodshenu, V'hanchi lem Eloheinu Yeshua v'yateret nitzachon teatrem, v'yatata shalom ba'aretz v'simchat olam v'yashvea, v'nomar,
Amen.
Amen. All right. Time for the sermon now, partially by me, partially by our Kita Vav 6th grade class. So there used to be a computer game made for the Macintosh, back when they had those teeny little 3.5-inch discs, that I used to play, and it was called Sim Earth. And the idea of Sim Earth was you created your own Earth, and you could put various species in various locations on the planet, and it didn't have to be the human beings that became sentient, right? It could have been amphibians, it could have been reptiles, and depending on the interaction with the environment and the species and how they evolved, the Earth would sustain itself or not. Now, this game was based on a theory that the Earth is a living organism and that it itself adapts to whatever is going on around it, and that it wants to survive and thrive. And you're either helping it to do so, or you're perhaps getting in its way. But if you manage to get your world up and running, it was almost impossible to destroy, because it would sort of fight back, right? You could bring it hurricanes or earthquakes, but it would adapt and it would fight back. They even had a setting where you could have a Godzilla-like monster destroying patches of the Earth, but the Earth would continue to fight back and sustain itself. It was a living organism, and it was based on this scientific theory that that's what the Earth actually is. And if you actually read the manual, it would point to the idea that the Earth would move closer or further away from the sun at different points in order to keep it going. Perhaps that's why an ice age came, right? That was the only way the Earth could maintain itself and sustain itself. So there was this incredible game called Sim Earth. I'm sure it still exists in some way, shape, or form, but it was really great on those little Macintoshes with the tiny screens. So I'm going to get back to that in a second, this idea of Sim Earth and what it means for the Earth. But now I want to read what the sixth graders wrote about this particular Torah portion. Then I'm going to take a slightly deeper dive into some of the first few lines of the portion, and then I'll get back to this whole idea of sim earth and the real earth. So this is what they wrote. Our parsha begins with a description of the sabbatical year, a Shabbat for the land. The Torah says that for 6 years you can prune your vineyards and sow your fields, but in the 7th year the land has a complete rest. You can't plant anything or work the fields during the 7th year, but you can eat whatever the land happens to produce. The Shabbat for the land is also mentioned in the book of Exodus, where it says the poor are allowed to come and eat whatever the land produces during the 7th year. Rabbi Carol Kane and Lisa Fernandez, their Jewish studies teachers, asked the students, how does this parsha make you feel considering today's state of the world and the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic? We focused on 2 questions. How is the parsha relevant to today? That's the first question. And the second question is, will you be different when we emerge from this pandemic or this break from your regular activities? So one student said that she's planting in her garden more and wondered what crops would look like next season. Another student said he liked hanging out with his family, something he doesn't always do when life is so busy. Most students said that when we come back to regular life, they will be more cautious about shaking hands with people and conscious about washing their hands. They also said they will be very grateful and appreciative in being able to see their friends again. May we all do our part to keep the gains in our environment's health, even after this crisis is over. May we all stay safe while appreciating all the love in our lives. So that is essentially what the teachers wrote in summation of what the students were talking about with them. So let's get a little more into the Torah portion itself, this idea in Bahar of Shemitah, the 7th year, and that in the 7th year, you have a forced sabbatical for the land. It has to lie fallow. You're not allowed to cultivate it. You can take from whatever's sort of already there and is produced from it. So a few interesting things to note that you might not catch on the first pass at reading it. The first is that it's called Bahar, which means on the mountain, on Mount Sinai. And the rabbinic commentators ask, why do they mention that? Isn't it obvious? Just like all the other laws in the Torah, they were given on Mount Sinai. And the answer that they come up with in different ways is that you might think that since these laws are so technical and they relate primarily to the land rather than human beings, that they are not actually from Mount Sinai, that humans invented them to get their society to work and the science, whatever science they had for cultivating crops. But no, you should know that these two were given by Hashem, by God, to Moshe, to Moses, on Mount Sinai. The second thing is that the sabbatical, the Shemitah, it says Shabbat le'Adonai, a Shabbat for God or to God. You might think that it's for us to sustain humans, but no, it's for God. And not that God needs the rest. God forbid, God doesn't need rest. The guardian of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps, as it says in Psalm 121. God doesn't need the rest. It's to honor God, according to Rashi. That's what it's meant. That's what's meant when it says Shabbat l'Adonai, a Shabbat to honor God. And that should immediately hearken back to the creation, right? You're honoring God's creation. The 7 years parallel the 7 days in which the earth was really or metaphorically created. It's supposed to remind you of creation, and that this idea of Shemitah, sabbatical, is a recreation, right? That you are hearkening back to the very beginning and you're reworking, recreating in order to sustain your people, your society, your land, and your earth. So it's supposed to hearken back to the original creation. And finally, you should note that the land itself is treated like an organism. The Hebrew says, V'shavta ha'aretz, which means the land is sabbaticaling. The land is shmita'ing, in honor of God, right? Not just us, but the land itself is given the status of an actual organism, right? It's the noun. And the Shemitah, the Shabbating, is the verb that the land is doing, right? So it's not just that we don't harvest it or plant it, but the land itself is treated as an organism, which should take you back to Sim Earth, right? Where the earth is the organism. The earth itself, whether you think that it's God that wants the earth to survive, that it's God's reaction, or it's the earth itself, which has been given a sort of free will that, like humans, it's not one we understand, but it works separate and apart from us and has its own survival instinct. And one of the few silver linings that we have in this COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic is the fact that the earth is getting a little bit of a sabbatical, right? You are seeing pictures from very smoggy places like Los Angeles or Hong Kong, and you see that you can see the sky there in ways that you never could before. It's been reported that the ozone layer, it's back to what it's supposed to be. You've seen pictures of wild, or maybe not even just pictures, you might have experienced wild animals coming into the cities and the suburbs, right? It's in downtown San Francisco, right? Coyotes, mountain lions. On my own block, it was already a couple weeks ago, but I'm sitting there, and in fact, I think it was when I was doing one of a live stream, and a wild turkey just walks up the street on the sidewalk of all places. And it's just walking by, just taking a walk, right? So you're seeing the earth rebounding. So it's possible, and I don't like to think of it this way, but that part of this virus is a primal earth response, the survival instinct of the earth to sustain itself. And so the question is, when we get back to normal, because we will, not as quickly as we'd like, but when we get back to our regular lives, will we understand the benefits of the Shemitah for the earth itself? Will we help the earth in ways which we have not been for the last several decades? Will we help it sustain itself? Will we help its own survival instinct? Will we help not the sim earth, but the real earth to rebound, recreate, sustain? Because after all, as it says in Psalm 24, Ladonai ha'aretz melo'a v'yoshvei tevel ba. The earth is God's. The earth is the Lord's. The earth is Hashem's, and its fullness thereof. And so may we follow the tenets of that psalm, and may we follow the words of our sixth graders, our Kita Vav class, who wrote, may we all do our part to keep the gains in our environment's health, even after this crisis is over. Shabbat Shalom. All right, we are now going to get to the concluding parts of the service. I want to once again thank our Kita Vav class for putting together the thoughts for this drash, and from your words, from your mouths to the rest of our ears. All right, we turn now to our Musaf service, which is mostly composed of a silent Amidah. But actually, even before we do that, I'm going to continue to go out of order. Susan requested that we do the Ashrei, and since the sixth graders work so hard on the Ashrei all year, we're going to do the Ashrei right now. Now, the Ashrei is responsive, so it's going to be on page 231. I'm going to do the first lines. Susan is going to do the responding lines, and you should be able to hear from far away, and you're supposed to do those too. Or if you want to do the first parts with me, especially if you are in the sixth grade, go ahead. That'll work too. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha, od yehalalu chasela.
Ashreiham shekachalo, Ashreiham shadonai Elohai.
Tehillah leDavid, aromim chalai hamelech. Bavarcha Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed.
בכל יום אברכך ויחללה שמך לעולם ועד.
God Olam Lo Me'od V'Ligdolato Ein Cheker.
דור לדור ישבח מעשיך וגבורותיך יגידו.
Adar Kivod Hodecha V'Divrei Niflotecha Asicha.
ועזוז נורתך יאמרו וגדולתך אספרנה.
Zecher Avtucha Yabiu V'Tzikatecha Yiranenu.
חנון ברחום אדוני ירח אפיים וגדול חסד.
Adonai Lakov Rachamav Al Kol Ma'asav.
יודוך אדוני כל מעשיך וחסידיך יברכוך.
Kevod Malchutcha Yomeru Gvuratecha Yidaberu.
להודיע לבני האדם גבורותיו וכבוד הדר מלכותו.
Malchutcha Malchut Kol Olamim Umshaltecha B'Chol Dor V'Dor.
סומך אדוני לכל הנופלים וזוקף לכל הכפופים.
Einechol Elecha Yisaberu Ve'ata Noten Lahem Et Ochlam Be'ito.
פותח את ידיך ומשביע לכל חי רצון.
Tzadik Adonai B'Chol Drachav V'Chasid B'Chol Ma'asav.
קרוב אדוני לכל קוריו לכל אשר יקראוהו באמת.
Ratzon Yorav Yaseh V'Yet Shavatam Yishma V'Yoshem.
שומר אדוני את כל אוהביו ואת כל הרשעים ישמיד.
Tilat Adonai Daber Pi V'Yivarech Kol Basar Shem Kodsho Le'olam Va'ed. V'Anachnu Nivarech Yah Me'ata V'Ad Olam. Hallelujah. Now we rise for the Amidah, pages 241 through 258. All right, if any of our pre-B'nai Mitzvah kids are watching, it's time to get their candy for Ein Keloheinu after we sing Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom Bimrama, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'ibru, Imru Amen, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru Amen. Page 261. Ein Keloheinu. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Eloheinu, Mi Kadonenu, Mi Kemalkeinu, Mi Kemoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Imalkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, Atahu Shektiru, Avotenu, Levanecha et Ketoret Hasamim. Aleinu, page 263. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, la tekedu la liotzer breishi, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kamishmechot ha'adama, shelo samchelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, anachnu korim, Umishachamim, Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu Notei Shamayim, V'Yoser Haaretz, Umoshev Yekaro, B'Shamayim Mima'al, Ushchinatu Zo, Begolei Meromim, Hu Eloheinu, Ein Od, Malkeinu, Efezulato, Kataju Betorato, Ve'atata Ayom, Ve'hashivota, Elevavecha, Ki Adonai Hua Elohim, Shamayim Imahal, Ve'aret mitachat Ein Od. Kakatu b'tor techanaim loch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz v'yom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. At this time, we lovingly recall the memories of those whose yortzites, the anniversary of their deaths, occur during the coming week. We're thinking especially today of Sam Berkovich, baseball and football great as a supporter of those communities. Good athlete himself, but really what he did for the communities. Hannah Block, Charlotte Dane Brodke, Dora Davidson, Betty DeLuggage, Shirley Dorfman, Irving Dronzig, Don Eberhardt, Lawrence Friedenberg, Leonard Glasser, Erwin Goldberg, Elaine Goodman, Julie Gusfield, Bernard King, Sylvia Good Margolin, Sarah Mendelson, Jeanette Strassman Morrow, Esther Morris, Charles Nagar, Margaret Nagar, Martin Rockmaker, Ida Rosen, Harold Rosenberg, Rose Sherman, Ernest Schern, Heinrich Spritzer, Matilda Ritter Spritzer, Eve Tobin, Lillian Tuman, Rosalina Van Gelder, Melvin Weiss, David Wolfs. We are in the Shloshim for Shirley Silver, the mother of Cheryl Silver, Hannah Rubin, the daughter of Rick and Joan Rubin, and our thoughts continue to be with all of you. I also want to mention, although normally we only do the 7 immediate mourning relatives, father, mother, sister, brother, son, daughter, or spouse. I also want to acknowledge the passing of Hannah Carter, the grandmother of Sarah Daniels, Holocaust survivor, multiple ways and times, Kristallnacht, hidden in Holland, eventually deported to Auschwitz, survived them all to live a life of over 90 years. May all their memories be a blessing, and we ask all those who wish to join me in the mourner's cottage. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agalah u'vizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olamei almaya, Yitbarach v'ishtabach v'itba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'itadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei kudsha barichu, le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran v'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, Nechaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, huya se shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Zichronam livracha, may the memory of the people you are thinking of today be a blessing to you always, and let us say, amen. So some announcements. Tonight I'll be streaming Havdalah from my home with a couple of campfire songs in honor of the Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the Omer, which just passed, of which there's a tradition to do campfires. What does a campfire song mean? Well, you'll just have to find out, because it actually means different things to different people. You Google campfire songs, you'll see everything from, like Oasis or Van Morrison to Kumbaya. So we'll see. It'll be some sort of campfire songs tonight. We have Minyan Monday and Thursday streamed from here, led by John Golding at 8 a.m. This coming Tuesday, around 4, we have our end of Beit Sefer celebration for the students and parents. Is that right? At 4 o'clock?
It is 4 o'clock.
And speaking of celebrations for schools, we have our silent and Zoomed online auction and celebration of the schools. And it's a fundraiser, but you can also just enjoy. And it's on Sunday, May 31st, I think, is the day. The date, it's Sunday, May 31st. It should be a lot of fun. And there'll be all kinds of celebrations for both our Beit Sefer and our preschool, Gan Avraham. And a goodbye, a bittersweet goodbye to our director, Jill Rosenthal, as well as honoring some of the other teachers. And let's see, Shavuot is coming up. The holiday of Shavuot, we will have a couple things happening for that. First, there will be a family service where mostly we're going to announce all the people who attended 18 services or more, prorated, very prorated this year, who will get a special prize delivered to their door. There will also be a study session from 8 until midnight, led by Susan Simon, Rabbi Art Gould, and myself. I can't remember the date of Shavuot, only that it's coming up very, very soon. It's also a couple weeks away. That's all I can.
Like the 28th or so?
Yeah, I think it's that. I think it's that weekend. Time is just so strange these days. And we also have our annual meeting coming up on Sunday, June 7th at 10 in the morning. Anything else that you can think of, Susan, for announcements?
No.
All right. So
Register for Beit Sefer.
Register for our religious school Beit Sefer next year. We will definitely be having it. Exactly how we're having it, in which classrooms, if any will be virtual, we don't know yet, but we will definitely be having it. We'll be having some fabulous teachers and teachings. We're at Adon Olam, page 269. It means master of the universe, fitting in with this idea of Sim Earth and the taking of the earth. And I'm going to sing Adon Olam today to the tune of He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. Okay. I'm going to try anyway. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra L'Nasa, V'chefzo Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, V'yacharei Kichlot HaKol Levado, Yimlok Nora V'hu Haya, V'hu Hoveh V'hu Yeh B'tifara, V'hu Echad, V'yein Sheni L'hamshilo, L'hachbira B'li Reshit, V'li Tachlit V'lo Ha'oz V'hamisra, והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצורכב לי בעת צרה והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנת כוסי ביום אקרא בידו אבקי רוחי בעת תישן ויעירה ואמרוכי גביעתי אדוני לי ולא אירא. שבת שלום.
Shabbat shalom, Yasher Koach.